Ever wondered how the universe seems to conspire in mysterious ways, presenting events that are eerily alike? Welcome to the fascinating realm of coincidences, where reality can often be stranger than fiction. We're about to embark on a journey through the annals of history, exploring 5 of the most astonishing coincidences that have left scholars and skeptics alike scratching their heads. Could it be destiny? Or is there something more at play here? Let's unravel the mysteries of these strange coincidences that have left us all wondering. Our first coincidence takes us back to the ill-fated voyage of the Titanic in 1912. A maritime disaster that left the world in shock and mourning. But what if we were to tell you that this disaster was eerily predicted 14 years earlier in a novel? In 1898, Morgan Robertson penned a novella titled Futility, or Wreck of the Titan. The story revolves around an unsinkable ship named the Titan which, much like the Titanic, met its doom on its maiden voyage. Now this might seem like a common plot for a tragedy, but the similarities don't end there. The Titan, like the Titanic, was touted as the largest ship of its time and was deemed unsinkable by its creators. Both vessels were strikingly similar in size, with the Titan being just a few meters shorter. Furthermore, both ships hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic, and due to a lack of lifeboats, more than half of the passengers lost their lives. The parallels are uncanny, right down to the name of the ship. It's as if Robertson had a crystal ball and peered into the future, penning down the Titanic's fate 14 years before it set sail. So what do we make of this? Is it a case of life imitating art? Or was Robertson's novel a grim prediction of what was to come? Could this have been a grim prediction of the future, or merely a chilling coincidence? Only time, or perhaps fate, holds the answer. Moving on to our next coincidence, we dive into the uncanny parallels between 2 American presidents. Let's journey back and explore the lives of Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy, 2 leaders whose influence has shaped the United States in profound ways. What's fascinating, however, is the eerie similarities that exist between them. Firstly, Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846, while Kennedy secured his congressional seat 100 years later, in 1946. Similarly, Lincoln became president in 1860, and Kennedy ascended to the presidency exactly a century later, in 1960. Their shared historical significance is also echoed in the nature of their untimely deaths. Both presidents were tragically assassinated on a Friday while in the company of their wives. Lincoln was killed in Ford's Theater, Kennedy in a Ford car, the Lincoln Continental. Even their assassins, John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald, share a peculiar symmetry, both being Southerners and murdered before they could be brought to trial. But there's more. After their deaths, both presidents were succeeded by Southern Democrats named Johnson, who were born 100 years apart. Andrew Johnson in 1808 and Lyndon Johnson in 1908. These uncanny parallels cannot be merely dismissed as coincidences. They seem to whisper a pattern, a mysterious design within the tapestry of history. These parallels beg the question, is history repeating itself? Our third coincidence involves the renowned author Mark Twain and a celestial event. The year was 1835 and the world celebrated the arrival of Halley's Comet. On the very same day, in the small town of Florida, Missouri, a boy named Samuel Clemens, who would later be known as Mark Twain, was born. Fast forward 75 years, the comet made its reappearance as it does every 75 to 76 years. And in a twist of fate, Mark Twain departed from this world. Now here's the intriguing part. Twain himself predicted this. A year prior to his death, he stated, "I came in with Halley's Comet. It will be the greatest disappointment of my life if I don't go out with Halley's Comet." And so it happened. Mark Twain passed away a day after the comet's closest approach to Earth. But could this be a mere coincidence, or was it a self-fulfilling prophecy? Twain's fascination with the comet and his prediction might have psychologically prepared him for his departure. Or perhaps there's something more profound, a cosmic connection between the life of a man and a celestial event. Was it the universe aligning itself in a peculiar pattern? Or was it just the musings of a man aware of his mortality? Whatever it was, it certainly adds a dash of mystery to the life and death of Mark Twain. A cosmic coincidence or a self-fulfilling prophecy? Our final coincidence takes us to the heart of ancient Egypt and the chilling curse of the pharaohs. This tale begins with the unearthing of King Tutankhamun's tomb in the early 20th century. A group of intrepid archaeologists, led by Lord Carnarvon and Howard Carter, dared to disturb the young pharaoh's eternal rest, and it seems they paid a hefty price. Many of the team members and their families were plagued by misfortunes and mysterious deaths soon after the excavation. Lord Carnarvon himself met with a sudden and untimely demise, succumbing to a mosquito bite that turned septic. But here's where it gets truly uncanny. On the very night of Carnarvon's death, back in Cairo, the city's lights inexplicably went out. The city plunged into darkness, as if mourning the loss of the man who dared to disturb a pharaoh. What makes this even more mystifying is the absence of a logical explanation. The city's power grid was in perfect working condition, and yet for those few hours, Cairo was shrouded in an eerie darkness. Coincidence? Or was it the manifestation of the pharaoh's wrath, a testament to an age-old curse? The truth, as it often is, remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us to ponder over the thin line that separates coincidence from the inexplicable. Is this a mere coincidence or a testament to the power of an ancient curse? As we delve into these coincidences, we find ourselves questioning the nature of destiny. From the chilling premonition of the Titanic tragedy to the striking parallels between Lincoln and Kennedy, from Mark Twain's peculiar connection with Comet Halley to the eerie curse of the pharaohs. Each tale leaves us in awe and wonder, pushing the boundaries of our understanding. Are these mere coincidences, or are they a part of a grand design? We leave that for you to ponder.